Alright guys, looks like we're live. This is Dama.82 here. Just give me a moment here so I can pull up chat on my other screen here. That is the channel mascot, my cat Deuce. Say hello, Deuce. Not quite sure what I want to work on today just yet. Well, let's have a look at the Dominion of Dama work. Let's see. What do I feel like working on today? Don't mind him, folks. He's fine. Actually, let's see if there's anything in the in development folder to work on. Yeah, this could use some love. Okay. So we'll just get rid of that for now. Alright, let's get to work, shall we? I want, go here under decorations, we're going to go doors and hatches. Just a heads up, folks. If you see anything in the stream that you would like to have uploaded to the workshop, just please let me know. I'll be more than happy to do so. Right now, I'm just going to be working on this battle cruiser for Bulgaria, which is basically like Austria-Hungary for my custom campaign, Dominion of Dama. Actually, I think I need to stack stairs for this. Yes. I hate it when it does that shit. That'll work though. And don't be alarmed by the noise from our dryer. I just started a load before starting the stream here. Let's see. Railings. Can I put these here? Yes, I can. Good. And that is all. Oop, that's the wrong thing I was looking for. There we go. Actually, cancel, that's the wrong color. Usually I like to give these windows a bit of a blue tint because it makes it easier to see them. Also, I think I might try doing some of the decoration work I did on the Super Dreadnought for the Gothic Reich the other day. Okay, so how do we want to do this here? Actually, Forgot to change the color back. And let's see, I want... Yeah, that'll do. And I need ladders. I guess it doesn't matter which way the doors are facing on that. Okay, decorations. We need ladders in here, please. So some poor ensign can run up there and try to spot enemy ships. We need ship's wheel. Here we go. Let's see, we need a front tower. I think we'll reuse this guy for that. And get some length. By the way, guys, I'm just going to be doing this till my wife gets home. And she's probably going to want to start dinner. So, yeah. Just thought I should warn y'all. And let's see here. Prefab. Let's see here, decorations. Put some railings on this bitch. There we go. I think this front bit could use some railing. Where the... there we go. 4-meter rails. Oh, just enough. That is awesome. Had an idea thinking that might need some support. Yeah, that looks better. At least I think it does. And let's see here. I want to make some use of this open deck space here. Add some lifeboats. So honestly, as is, I think this thing is going to have enough anti-air, at least for where it's going to be appearing in the game. Hey, Modus. And I am Mark 3. How are you doing, guys? I'm in voice chat on the Discord if you guys want to join me in there. Let's see. There we go.
Hello.
Modus, is that you?
Yep.
Your voice sounds a little bit deeper than last I heard. How the hell you doing?
Good. Been out of town.
Yeah, I figure you might have been busy with something.
Yeah.
We're actually looking to go on vacation here after a while. Probably go somewhere in Branson.
I went all the way up to South Dakota.
That's a hell of a drive.
Yeah.
Probably flat as hell, too.
Oh yeah, it got really boring after a while. But, I mean, once we actually did get in South Dakota, it was pretty great.
You got family up there, or just go up there for shits and grins?
Just because why not?
Good enough reason for me, I suppose. I am working on a battle cruiser for the Austro-Hungarian faction. I thought I wanted to try to redo some of the ships for that. And I might redo the Mastodon, the what was it, the pre-dreadnought that I made? Just seemed like it could use some love. That and the way the bow turned out on that thing, it just... I don't know, I feel like I could probably do a little bit better nowadays. Anywho, have you been able to catch any of the Horde every night?
I did see a little bit of one of it.
We had a ton of fun doing it. It gets kind of hard to organize because trying to get like 3 or 4 people to organize anything over the internet is, well, damn near impossible, as I'm sure you well know.
Yeah, let alone getting like myself being able to organize stuff.
I know, right? Anyway, this darling right here, she's using 2-meter autoloaders. She's got 12-inch guns. Most of the secondaries made up of these 130 mil casemates down here. Armor's kind of shit, but that's fun because this is early game, just a single layer of wood and 2 wood.
2 wood, 1 metal.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, wood might as well be cardboard, so...
Yeah.
Why not give it a little extra cardboard? Anyway, just trying to find me some ways to dress up the superstructure here. Thought I'd just show some light lifeboats on there. You gonna do King of the Skies at all?
Well, I ran out of time pretty much because I'm, out of state, so.
Today's the due date. Still got some time.
Nah,
if you don't want to, that's cool. I was just letting you know.
I did see that.
But yeah, you got to the end of the day if you want to try to make a Hail Mary at the last moment there.
Eh. So
far, I've got entries from Lecogular. I'm probably going to put in 2-3 entries myself. Ion, I believe, is still working on his entry. And Heitzmeister just sent me his this morning.
Alright.
I must just delete something important off it before I save, so I'm trying to figure that out.
Can it fly, yay or nay?
Nay.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Anything I could help with?
Nah, I'm not sure, so I'm figuring out just tearing down and rebuilding. Just,
Ooh.
I'll be alright.
Alright.
Fingers crossed. Maybe.
Well, I was going to say no rush, but, you know, deadline and all.
Oh, so in 2 days? Okay, sure.
Corollas was asking if he wanted to be part of the beauty pageant. I think I'm probably going to do it kind of like I did with, what was it? Steaming pile of ship? Yeah, we're just going to like... Oh, hey, Corollas. I'm probably just going to do a stream where we look over all the entries. It's probably going to be the same as last time, where I give you guys like about a week to make any changes that need to happen, and we just go from there. Let's see what Corollas here is saying. Amusing, we both use the exact same way to build the little life rafts. Actually, I think that's been around for quite a while, Corollas. I believe the first time I seen that technique being used was on a much earlier version of the tier. I need to find out though why these are... Where's the duplicated pump for this?
Well, duplicated pump doesn't stop one of the pumps from working, it's just an extra cost. So it's not that important.
It is if I want to have watertight compartments though.
It doesn't affect our watertight places.
Yeah, but that means two compartments are going to flood unless I like seal them off. And I'd rather just have, you know, like one flood at a time. Ideally, anyway.
So you can divide the compartments.
Yes. Because that worked so well for the Titanic, didn't it?
Absolutely, definitely. Mm-hmm.
If I remember right, they kind of built that like a giant ice tray.
No, the main thing with the Titanic was that they left those gaps at the top.
Yeah, like an ice tray.
Yeah, so they didn't divide the compartments. At least not well enough.
Nah. Actually, you got to see a Titanic museum last I was up in Branson. That was me and the wife's first anniversary, actually. Now I need to make sure that these guns are all using shells I designed for them. APS shell selection. Looks like it. I've got so many of these damn ships, I never know what's what. Anywho. Crow says, huh, must have missed that. That myself will have been before I got to building good-looking stuff myself. A case of convergent evolution. Quite possibly, Corollas. Oh, you could just very well be crazy like the rest of us. That's a possibility, too. Huh?
Sadie's overrated.
It's for the weak.
Especially on Tuesdays.
So I haven't had a chance to look at Heitzmeister's yet, but I'm kind of curious of what he came up with. His entry for King of the Skies, I mean. And I was thinking, well, Ian, do you still have the plane that you made for the, what was it? The Flying Circus?
Yes, I do.
You could probably save yourself some effort. I'm sorry, effort and like redo that for this if you want. Just throwing it out there might save you some time.
It is under materials and under volume. Yeah, it's 270, 27.5k cost, and volume is 624. It just can't really start. It just keeps water starting.
Sound about right.
Yeah, so it wasn't quite functional when last I touched it. But if I stroke it gently, maybe it'll do what I want.
Don't stroke it too much or it might make a mess of things, Ian. Just saying.
As long as it leaves a lasting impression.
Or a big mess on the wall.
No, that's only if things go really badly. At least in theory.
And I was thinking that maybe something we could try doing sometime in the near future is maybe I could help you out with some of your primordial designs on the stream. Would that be something that may interest you, sir?
Are we planning to kill it with fire?
Eventually, but yeah.
Actually, that was a silly question, wasn't it? And yeah, sounds like it might be something fun to do.
Okay. I'm wondering if I should use the boilers for this instead, because that just doesn't seem like it's big enough to cover everything. Anyway, how's your day been so far, Ian?
Kind of unproductive, actually.
I see nothing wrong with this.
But it's sadly quite accurate. I was going to do more last minute tinkering on King of the Sky stuff, and then I got distracted with some chores around the place, and then I spent too much time on Mercury Fallen. So,
wait, what's it called?
Mercury Fallen.
Is that one you told me about before, or?
No, it's one I've never mentioned to you before, I don't think. It's a colony simulation where you are in control of a surviving group of an initial exploration mission to another planet, except you're waking up and the facility that was meant to be automatically built and ready for you is broken and caved in and very, very old, because you've also woken up way past when you were meant to as well.
Lovely.
And then you have to try and get your underground base sorted out from that.
Ooh, that doesn't work. Well, poop.
So I think, for some reason the stream just rolled back halfway on me.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like, I noticed, I heard you saying, Mardus, is that you? And it's like, hang on a sec.
It could be something on my end.
No, I think my keyboard is pressing on my tracker pad. So it's getting some random signals. Because remember, the keyboard on my actual laptop is a bit messed up. So to type that whole needs more DACA where boss, I plugged a USB keyboard into it and then rested on the main one. Apparently that was a mistake.
I see. Also, I need to do an update video for the Frankish League. I keep saying I'm going to do it, and then crap just keeps popping up, it seems like.
That's just the way it goes, unfortunately, sometimes.
I know, right? I've been meaning to do that one for a long time now. Frankish League is pretty damn close to being done. I mean, it's got like maybe submarines and maybe some more coastal fortifications, but beyond that. By the way, guys, I'm just doing this till my wife gets home, so, yeah.
Yeah, I saw you mention that.
Okay. Ooh, that does not work. Okay. So, anything you want to tell us about your entry, Ian? Or are you kind of keeping that under wraps for right now?
The one I'm trying to slap back together, or the one that if I wind up sending you the Flying Circus entry?
The one you're working on for the entry, whichever that may be.
It shall be a flying cathedral.
Well, good luck trying to do that within the volume limit. If you do, my hat is off to you, good sir.
Well, the design principle behind it was if I get Dama to facepalm upon seeing this, my job is done. So, you tell me.
Fair enough, okay.
Anyone's guess if I get it done in time, though, unfortunately. But
That is kind of the nature of the beast.
yeah, that's the nature of the beast with FTD sometimes. It's too late for anyone to alter for any secrets, any trade secrets I might spill though, so I don't mind talking about things a bit. I mean, it's not like I did anything super revolutionary. The main thing I think I did is that I built a lot of it out of applique armor.
I imagine applique armor is going to be a pretty good material to use.
It's lightweight. It's in some ways comparable to metal, except it doesn't get the structural bonuses for it. The armor is roughly a third of the equivalent in terms of metal, but the armor class is actually higher, so it's actually slightly more resistant to damage. And there's also the fact that the volume is like significantly different as well. I think Little Kai mentioned this, like how the game thinks a plate is a full 1 meter cubed in volume.
Yes, I believe that that's how it works with slopes and everything.
Well, if you use appliques, it's actually half the visible volume, because they are mostly hollow plate, I think. So, if you use a 4 meter applique panel, if you use a metal beam, that would be 4 meters cubed. If you use a 4 meter metal slope, that would be 2 meters cubed.
Oh, okay.
If you use an applique 4 meter, well, applique is actually really low. I have to install 4 of them to get 1 meter cubed, so it's 0.25 meters cubed. So it's really low.
You know, I've seen people build like entire craft out of applique. Which, fine
Yeah,
if you're gonna get like anything using explosive, but
Yeah, it's great as long as you accept the fact your armor is basically good for like 1 solid hit. And you will need multiple layers if you want to withstand much, or you need some more solid structural armor.
Yep.
But applique is great for adding bulk without adding volume or cost. And the other thing is, I was working out. I was going to go with like 2 different APS systems plus simple weapon backup.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned one of the APS systems before to you, which is like a low damage, high velocity sabot shell meant to like try and pick off vulnerable parts. Just like it wouldn't do much to like an armor block, but if it hit like a wing block or a thruster, it might do some damage to it. But more importantly, it could catch a dodging enemy relatively easily.
I think I talked to Lecogular a bit about his entry, and he says he is using fragmentation shells for his.
It's a very good low cost round, that.
Mm-hmm. I believe we were talking that a bit in general, kind of the evolution of the meta shells or meta APS shells in FTD on the Discord there. I don't know if you caught it.
I think I'm blanking on the part you mean.
I think it's in the general channel.
I'm not entirely sure, if I'm going to be honest.
But
yeah, frag though has been, well, it used to be an old meta, then it was outdone by other things, but I guess
it was made famous by Lathrix.
Yeah? Well, Lathrix and his machine gun of death and destruction on a wooden helicopter of all things.
Yes. Actually, I think he's been playing around with them well before that. He was using them in, what was it? In his Glau run as well.
Yeah, that's a fair point, that.
I think he called them like the mini corns, the ships that were using those.
Yeah, that name does actually sound familiar from back from when I was watching him a lot.
He hasn't really done a lot of FTD content in a while here, though.
No, he has that thing of like he goes off a game after a while sometimes.
Uh-huh.
He's just like anyone. He has some limits on how much he'll play something, I think. One thing I would mention though about my design, which I'm not sure is going to make it back in, because whatever the hell I did to it means that these are missing. They're one of the most recent additions to it. Whereas I got a bit cheeky with the simple weapon turret mounts.
Uh-huh.
So what I did was I rigged it up with a single autocannon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I spent like 150 resources to mount behind that a piston block and some connecting obliques, and then I mounted to either side of that original autocannon 2 more autocannons, so I round up with a triple barrel simple autocannon turret, which was basically 2 blocks across.
Damn. So like you've been busy.
Yeah, it's like that quad Gatling defensive gun you remember I made, and just more compact, really.
Let's see. Do I have enough ammo in this thing?
Surprisingly enough, it actually lasted fairly
Actually, that's a different.
well against enemy fire, because it had no invisible, invisible blocks. What the hell are they called? Light blocks. Has no light blocks involved in its construction.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't chain react an explosion and blow the thing in half.
Okay then. Let's see here. There we go. Figure this guy could use some rudders.
What else? I guess one quote-unquote secret is I actually use big jets in the tail rather than wing-mounted thrusters. To condense those and give them at least a bit more protection, considering overall protection is a bit lighter on the craft. And I also included a ACB speed limiter on it. So as soon as it hit 80, it would hit reverse, and the thrusters were keyed to reverse, so they'd immediately stop and it would slow down a little bit.
I don't know if that's going to work within the rules there, Ian.
It'll work as long as the plane... Well, it would have worked as long as the plane didn't go above 80, because the speed limit is 80, as I call.
You do make a point.
Well, remember, I speed limited the Forkies as well.
Yes.
In similar circumstances. I put in a limiter just to stop it from going too quickly.
Damn it, I thought I saved the sub-object.
I can go ahead and try and redo it so they won't do that, if you like. Would it more with that?
It's just, I don't know if you saw one of the updates to the rules, but, excuse me.
That's what I was trying to look at in the sides, just to make sure I wasn't missing any rules, so go ahead.
One of them is, ACBs, for decorative purposes only.
Ah, so no functional, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a violation, right? I'll see about sorting that.
I'm glad you
No
brought
worries.
that up. It's just, someone wanted to use breadboard, and I know breadboard goes over a lot of people's heads, and I thought that was going to be an unfair advantage. And they said, well, you could do the same thing with ACB, so that's kind of why I ended up banning that. So, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Where the hell is the saving?
You know, remind me of that. I'm glad that I messed up and I'm having to redo things. Because the way the AI was configured would have fallen afoul of that as well.
Well, I was going to say, you could always just go in and adjust the thrust of the
Yeah, that's
the
what
thrusters individually, but
what I did to the AI was I had it switch between strafing run and circle modes based on target distance. But that would definitely be in violation.
I've been using something kind of similar for Dominion of Dama builds, the more advanced aircraft. Basically, what I was going to have them do is slow down when there was an enemy within about 20 degrees in front of it, and within about 700 meters. So then that way they could just
a bit more time on target.
So I'm gonna have to remove some ACBs myself. If that makes you feel any better.
Like how with the Forkies I had to strip out like 3 AI cores or so.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind bringing back Steaming Pile of Shit. That was actually a really fun tournament. I still kind of want to do, what was it? Drag Queens. That was a lot of fun too. Madouche, you still there?
Yeah, I'm just looking through the Steam workshop because
Oh, okay.
I was just looking at some.
Oh, you're fine. You just got really quiet there, and I was wondering is all.
Yeah, I was talking to my dad for a while.
Okay. No biggie.
Then I came back to you guys talking, so I didn't interrupt.
You're fine.
I was gonna say, I have From the Depths fired up if you want me to join in.
One moment here. Well, let me save this guy, and yeah, I can start a multiplayer game. I am trying to come up with a name for this ship, by the way, so... Oh, hey, Apex, sorry, Did you make a series of videos talking about... Yes, I did. I kind of took those down for a while, but if there is a request for me to put them back up, I will.
What happened in those? I do remember you were working on that, because that's kind of whenever I kind of started getting into From the Depths again, is whenever you started making those. And I saw those and I was like, From the Depths. And then, what happened to
Fun things.
Ian, do you want to fill him in?
I have the feeling your memory was better than mine. I can try though if you want.
Well, you're welcome to try. I'm kind of curious to see how you remember things.
Not very well, considering the whole sleep pattern, sleep deprivation keeps messing things, my memory up, I'm fairly sure.
Which will make it even more entertaining.
Okay, so Nick Smart is the most wonderful man ever, heralded in his coming by the Archangel Draba.
Mm-hmm.
All must weep before their glory,
Mm-hmm.
for they can do no wrong. They fart rainbows and shit
Piss
gold.
sunshine? Yeah.
Yeah. So they will single-handedly save the economy and save us from the evils of Elon Musk forever and ever, amen.
Ian, I don't know what the hell you're smoking, but I want some.
Okay, I understand.
I think
Oh
I'll
God, my
the
controls are
exact
inverted.
wording.
Why are my controls inverted? Oh no, what's going on?
Okay, yeah, I know that was not statistically or factually accurate. Believe it or not, I may have embellished slightly.
Slightly.
But-
Not
I got
horrible,
the general gist
but
across of what,
Yeah, only a smidgen.
only a smidge. Only a smidge. But yeah, it's customer support was basically non-existent, and there was some fireworks going off, if I recall correctly.
you forgot about the wailing and gnashing of teeth.
Oh,
So
the Course of the Angels. Yes. I
Yes.
So
forgot
they
about
pulled
that.
an EA without the pay to win part.
Oh no, that's still coming, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's great.
We're just waiting for the first cosmetic DLC that introduces blocks that break everything else.
Wait, actually? You're not... Is that, like, actually something they're planning? Or...
What was that you said,
Not as far as we
Ian?
know.
I didn't quite catch it all the first time around.
I said we're waiting for the first cosmetic DLCs to hit, which it absolutely
Oh,
breaks everybody
okay,
through some
okay.
blocks that are overpowered.
Don't give me any ideas, Ian.
Knowing
that idea
game
is hardly
companies,
original.
that's something that wouldn't, like, without be the realm of possibility.
It's just that that's an example of like bad monetization, full stop. So it's a good go-to if I'm just cutting loose and being a bit sarcastic.
You guys remember when the launcher had like links to all the like Brilliant Skies FTD merch?
Yeah,
Like plastered all over it.
Before it
What
linked
is going
to
on?
Workshop.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. Where is it? That wasn't too long ago, so...
But if there is enough people wanting me to put that series back up, I will be happy to do so. I'm trying to get away from some certain elements in FTD that was really just not making me a good person. So I'll leave it at that.
No pressure. I just had no clue what happened.
It's still on YouTube. I just have it.
Delisted.
Yes, more or less. Dama's just trying to move forward with his life and didn't want the negativity from it anymore.
Ooh, why are there cameras in the, what do you even call it? And the,
In the what?
and the rear, what do you even call it? Oh,
Are you talking about the superstructure or?
yeah, part of the superstructure. I can't think, the smoke funnel. I can't remember the.
The funnels?
Yeah. I see a visual camera inside of it. What's up with that?
Just redundancy for the sensors.
Oh, okay. These are decoy blocks. I realized that.
Yeah. Yeah, they could
I-
see through that just fine. These are decoration blocks.
Oh, okay. I did not realize that that was a decoration block.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, how about showing you the ship that I finished making that you helped me with?
Sure, yeah. I remember I helped you with the hull on that. I've been curious to see what you came up with for it.
Here. I hope this doesn't lag now. Oh gosh. There we go. There's a lot of decoys and stuff on it.
Not
Decoy
bad.
decoy.
I knew what you meant. Not bad. She sits a little low in the water. I don't know if that's intentional or not, or is that just wait for the PIDs to...
That's just waiting for the stuff to kick in. I have a lot of propellers and stuff.
Okay.
I need to turn down the lights. I did not mean to put them that high. I was screwing around one day and seeing how high I could make the lights go.
Oh, you went with the 200 mil cannons? Like 8-inch guns? Kind of gives me a heavy cruiser vibe. Is that what you're going for?
To an extent, yeah.
And the secondary guns out here, what's the story with them?
I got
Those simple
bored
weapon
one day.
ones?
I just got bored and decided, you know what? More guns.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that, just kind of curious. And what do you call
Which,
this beast?
Surprisingly, I have yet to name it.
Okay.
Surprisingly, they can turn. I don't know how, but they can turn 360. All of them. Not the main guns, but the
Actually, you mind if I have a quick peek at your APS Tetris?
Sure. Also, I tried at Steam, but I realized I ran out of room, so I kind of intentionally I got really tired, and I was like, I don't feel like doing this.
Dude, this is actually pretty good. Were these ones that I helped you with, or did you do these?
I think it was one you helped me with, and I kind of finished.
Okay.
Like you started it off, like made a base. And
Yeah, these things have like some insane rates of fire here. I mean, like 87.9 RPM for a 200 millimeter 2 meter. That's, yeah, kind of nuts.
where is this light source? I can't remember. Tried making this thing as bright as possible for some reason. I can't remember. why.
I'm assuming these light fittings here on the backside of your superstructure, right next to the funnels.
I think that's it. And
So what kind of speed does she
There we
get?
right now the Steam isn't on, I don't think. So, but whenever it was like 20. Here, I can look at its save.
Sounds decent enough.
20 something. General info.
What?
For some reason it's
Something
not
wrong?
wanting to. Steam isn't wanting to do the thing.
Are you talking about the steam engine, or are you talking
That's why
about...
there's no resource in it. There's no resource in the boat, that's why.
Yeah, that'd probably do it. Yeah.
Yeah, you would think.
It's...
A lot of the simple weapons, like the octuples, they're actually on anti-missile, which I've been able to get them to shoot down some smaller missiles.
I am not surprised by that. They look like they could probably do the job.
Yeah, I just mainly did that to, like, if there was, like, for example, like a couple of them, for whatever reason in a fight, you know, it would just, you know, because why not? Because I ran out of room for pretty much everything, because I tried to fit as much into the ship as possible.
No, did I fudge that? Yes, I did.
Feature creep?
What?
You said you basically just try to fit as much into the ship as possible, so feature creep?
Yeah. That is definitely a thing. I remember there are several designs that ended up like that I have made in my time playing FTD.
We tried to make the most of it. 500k resource.
It's not horrible, honestly. I mean, probably put it on about par with our early game battleship, but
Unfortunately, I think Apex has left again. Didn't respond to what was said.
yeah, sorry, I was sorry about that Apex. I was alt tabbed out because, well, not alt tabbed out,
No,
but
I'm not sure. Yeah.
do what?
As in, I think he's not. He left the stream before we actually responded to him.
Yeah. My wife was texting me, and yeah, I was just checking to make sure she was okay. So I forgot to pull the stream back up on my phone. So yeah, my bad, dude. Anyway, what the hell was I doing? Right. I was gonna see if I needed a roll, or if I could put a roll PID in this damn thing. Control. I'm gonna put signal roll.
I also have torpedoes in this.
Right, what did you go with?
I just basic sonar with explosives.
Okay.
Just put, I think it. Hold up. Yeah, it's a 3 long small. Torpedoes, sonar with 5 explosive warheads, guidance, regulator.
You went with small torpedoes?
Yeah, kind of ran out
Okay.
of room. If I went with medium ones, I wouldn't have enough room to make them viable.
A lot of what I have tried to do with torpedoes is I'll have them like launch out of the bottom.
That's what I tried to go with, and then
Didn't have the room for them.
I would have to cut majorly into the armor.
Okay.
There is a small little air gap right here, but I like air gap.
Hello, Corey.
Hi, little Curry.
Hello.
How's it going?
Nope, doing fine.
Did I? No, we're good. Okay. Just doing some Dominion of Dama stuff. I figured I'd just try doing like some light streaming just to show people the progress of it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And sorry if I've been on lately. I've been oversleeping.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
what
that
me
might
and
be.
yeah. Which I have been guilty of myself from time to time, so yeah. No worries there.
I'm tempted to not install recoil absorbers on these cannons.
Just to get kind of more of a shotgun effect, I'm guessing?
Oh, that's something I didn't mention as well. You know, I mentioned high velocity, low damage shells that are trying to hit vulnerable points, really, rather do real damage. What I didn't mention about that is it's actually a 30mm quad barrel design, and it's set for to fire all 4 barrels at the same time, so it's like a mini shotgun.
Nice.
I mean, when all 4 barrels are firing, its accuracy only goes down to like 0.46, really.
Oh, that's probably why that doesn't work.
So it's not exactly bad, and if the target's ducking and weaving, then you know
Mhm.
a bit of scatter's good.
I just realized I don't have any power allocated to these roll thrusters down here.
Did find one potential place for torpedoes.
Oh, I completely screwed that up. Oops.
Oh yeah, Lokai?
Yeah?
I've been playing around in an Irby on Micro Online the last few days with an AC-20.
And how's that going for you?
Actually fairly well. I'm consistently getting like 200 odd damage in most matches now.
Yeah, it sounds like he's trying to mug an Atlas to me.
Actually, I was on early today and I almost killed a king crab.
That's
Yes,
cool.
I left a banshee and a battle master, both badly damaged as well. And unfortunately, it turned into a wipe for my team. So then I got hunted down in this little outpost of buildings I was hiding in by about 5 enemy mechs. So I couldn't exactly escape from that.
And you basically...
I remember facing an Irby in my catapult. It was adorable seeing him try to kill me.
I think apart from nearly managing to kill the king crab with rear center torso shots, my favourite is probably when I ran into the enemy stalker head on by a complete accident. We just both turned into this crossroads, walking towards each other, and he just continued walking, like he didn't even turn towards me. So it's like he didn't even realise I was there, or he was just like, "What the heck's he doing here?" So I shot him in the face and turned hard right behind the building. Didn't kill him, didn't really do much damage either. I think I just hit him in the side torso. But yeah, I was playing cat and mouse with him for a few minutes before the rest of his team got involved.
Sound like you got into a bit of a gangbang there.
Well, the problem was, it was actually a, I think it's a conquest mission. So basically it was King of the Hill. So to stop the enemy team from scoring points, I had to stay within the circle. That's the only member of my team actually in the circle, stopping them from getting a time victory. So I couldn't really move very far. Though I think I was helped by the fact that my Irby doesn't have an ECM, so they didn't get their sensors scrambled just if I was nearby.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what?
You good?
You guys not watching the stream here? Had a bit of a collision.
Oh.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna disable the movement on this thing, and yeah, just...
That's actually giving you a secret, Dama.
My
there.
apologies,
You're fine.
I had it in caps lock. I'm sorry.
Dama, what you need to do is to make it into a double-hulled ship.
I don't
Strap
think
another
that...
boat on underneath it.
I don't think the Austro-Hungarians had anything that fancy, but from what I keep hearing, their vessels were kind of shit.
Oh yeah, weren't you thinking about maybe going with that name I suggested?
What was it, like, Eurasian something or other?
Eurasian dynasty?
Maybe. It sounds like it came from a game that, from back in the day. The name sounded kind of familiar.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised you didn't get it, to be honest.
Oh, I got it. I just couldn't remember the damn game that is from. It was like one of the Earth something something games.
2050 or 2060, yeah.
Yeah. I might try that. I'll play around with the idea some. This book could definitely use a name if anyone wants to throw out any ideas.
I'm sorry, ever since I saw that crash, all I've been able to think of is 2 battleships merging to fire their super gravity cannon, so... you know. And I don't think that's a good name in it from Arpeggio of the Blue Steel, so...
Has the stream been coming in okay for you guys? I've been trying to upload a video in the background. I don't know if that's been causing problems or not.
No problems on my side.
Okay. I've been trying to change to a higher resolution for my videos, and I have a timer on my computer set to put the computer to sleep as there's no activity within an hour, and
It keeps timing out while in the middle of rendering.
yes, gets to about 70% and is like, nope. So I probably need to change that, I imagine, but yeah. Usually it only takes those about 30 minutes to upload in like 720, I think it was originally. But now I'm trying to move up to 1080, and that, yeah.
Yeah, it increases the file size so much. That's why I actually turned off the sleep mode for my desktop, just so I could leave it running overnights doing those.
Mm.
So the wrong look, are you?
Disagree with Ian.
Let's see here. There we go. Play with mirror. I did talk to James a little bit today. Turns out he's been doing a shitload of overtime for work, and that's why we haven't seen much of him lately.
I see.
Like an extra 40 hours a week, give or take.
Is his cafe really that busy? Or did he go back to doing his trucking job to help out with that?
He's been doing a trucking job this whole time. I think he drives trucks for a brewery or something like that. I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but yeah, that's where he's been this whole time.
It's, last I heard, he was quitting that to open that cafe he was talking
Oh
about.
yeah, yeah, things got kind of complicated. Probably shouldn't talk about it during the stream, but yeah.
Okay, no worries. I was just curious how he was doing because you were getting a bit concerned about lack of appearance.
Well, any good friend would do that, I would think.
I would think so as well. It was kind of odd how he just stopped turning up much. So
No, he's fine. They're just working him to death is all.
oh, is that all?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh dear.
Modus,
Okay.
did I do this metal, or did I do the armor for this ship as well?
Which ship?
The one that you made this the one with the 200 mil APS.
Oh, you just kind of laid out the whole, but I came up with like the armor scheme, like how thick it would be and all that.
Okay, somebody
You
looked
basically
like something I would do, so that's why I was asking.
Yeah, basically from what I remember, you basically made the like wooden U, and then you kind of laid out like 1 meter, like the one layer of metal on the outside. For you to kind of
Right.
go off of toward the front, because they were kind of showing you how to like make bows and sterns of ships. So.
Yeah, I remember now. I vaguely recall I basically used the same style that I used on the French dreadnoughts that I made.
You were telling me there was a few armor schemes that you used, and then I was like, okay, and then I pretty much just was like, okay, what if I did this but made it bigger? And that's kind of what I did.
Yeah, you're not going to
Cause-
have many problems with Hesh with that armor scheme you got there.
I would presume so.
It'll probably stop some heat as well. Better than poles, I imagine.
I mean, where the AI is, there is. Hold up, let me check. Layer of metal, layer of metal, layer of metal, slope wood, layer of metal, space armor stone.
40-degree cone, wasn't it?
Do it.
And the firing arc restriction that was put into the rules readjusted?
Yes, it was.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Like a 40-degree cone in front of the aircraft. 20 degrees up, down, left, and right. If that makes sense.
Yep, I got it.
Okay.
Whenever you brought up the tournament earlier, I was thinking of the simple weapons mod, and I had remembered the what do you call it? The like the heavy machine guns that you can get, and I was thinking of like not necessarily for the tournament itself, but you can make like a pretty realistic biplane by getting one of the machine guns. Here, I'll plop it down on the like on this little starting platform right here.
Okay.
You could use something like this.
Oh, yeah. I think Lokari played with those a little bit.
Yeah.
I see some Lewis guns. I see some 50 cals. Okay.
Yeah. I think they would fit quite well with the look.
This is weird. Okay.
What you got going on, Aya?
Identical guns.
That are not
And
functioning
yet-
identically?
Yes. For some reason, one of them is firing 417 RPM, while the others were firing 480.
Oh god, I hate it when that happens.
They
Yeah,
aren't even
same here.
cross-contaminated, so... Okay, replacing one of the cooling vents apparently fixed it. Huh. Okay.
Is it okay if I unrelease the ship from caps lock?
That is completely fine.
If I notice it gets close, I'll yeah. I think I was able to get her going just above 20. I think it was 21.
That's not too bad, honestly.
And then during a turn, for some reason, it would occasionally go up to 22 for like a brief second and then go back down.
I remember back in the early days of FTD, it seemed like it was a real pain in the ass trying to get faster than 15 meters a second. I mean, you just had to stack on tons and tons of props to get to there. Had to use all kinds of cheese, too.
Why are you going in reverse?
Because why not?
Hate when props go in reverse. Even though the ship is intended to go forward.
Oop, that's the wrong flipping color, damn it.
See, because the steam props on it are going forward, but the propeller is going in reverse. Weird.
So don't know if you're coming or going, what it sounds like.
Yeah, the ship has no clue what it's doing apparently at the moment.
Did you disable reverse?
Let me check. I am not sure if I did.
There's a lot of people who do that. Disable reverse, I mean.
Some designs just don't really work without it, so...
Especially if they got hydrofoils.
Yeah, if they go in reverse, then you're gonna have a fun time.
Let's see.
How do I actually get it to disable reverse?
It's in the AI settings.
Yep.
AI, okay.
Let me know
Is
if you need help finding it.
Is it the thing in the AI where it says we can strafe, turn on spot, reverse? All
Yes.
that? It's not turned on.
So reverse is already disabled?
Yeah, the reverse isn't enabled. I don't know why their propeller is attempting to go in reverse.
The ship just wants to be different.
Just to annoy you, I guess.
Let me change its AI setting and see if it'll wanna.
Oh.
Weird. Because the steam props and the normal prop don't want to agree on what they're doing. What just happened?
What did you do?
My ship. Oh, it went out of bounds. Here, I can't pull it out of play.
Yeah, you can't pull things out of play in multiplayer.
Yeah.
I think the host can though.
Well, check if you can pull it out of play and just like plop it down.
I think I see part of your problem. Nope, I can't pull it out of play. Sorry. But it looked like you were right up against the edge of the map. And if it's doing goofy things, that's probably why it's probably bouncing off of it.
Yeah.
Because I remember that annoyed the hell out of me when they did that.
Well, just went in this direction because why not?
No,
Because
I
they
mean,
said
it used to be like back 2.4.9. You didn't have to stay on the map. You could just kind of go however far you wanted outside of it. But now you literally like bounce off the edges if you try to.
weird.
A little annoying, yeah. Because that was some great cheese.
I was gonna say, yeah, that could be used to just run away from the AI if you start getting killed.
Actually, I kind of use it to circumnavigate the Deepwater Guard and the Twin Guard. Managed to sneak in from behind.
So say it's one heck of a way to just set up satellites. Just put them like in every corner of the map.
How about the Thunderstruck class? For the battlecruiser, I mean.
Or the
The one I'm painting right now.
yeah, that one over there. Man. The
Go
answer's
look.
fine.
AC/DC.
Yeah.
Though, oddly enough, AC/DC doesn't consider themselves metal. They just say that they're rock and roll, but I beg to differ.
How much of it do you have painted? Because I'm literally just seeing like like a black stripe.
It's probably desyncing. I'm practically about done painting the bottom of the hull.
Yeah, I can't even see the red. I wonder if it has to do with the use of the spray can.
It might actually. That's what I was using for this.
Because what did you use to paint the black line?
That I used. I went through like the build menu and used the painting tool through that.
I was gonna say because I can see that. Here, paint like a little bit, like just paint like a random spot, just whatever you plan on coloring it without the spray paint tool. Let's see if I can see it. That's probably it.
Oh, do you guys want to see the pre-dreadnought that Matey's been working on? It still needs some work, but I think it's been coming along very good. Got some pretty insane rate of fire on these. got some really big autoloaders in it too.
What are the size of them?
I think they're 5-meter autoloaders.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, these turrets are almost completely pure autoloader.
I was gonna say, do they have any clips on them?
No, doesn't look like it, but I'm imagining there's a reason why he did that. And if I had to hazard a guess, it was because he was using frag modules in his shells. If you use frag with like a regular clip, it'll just eat a hole through the bottom of your ship and anything around it.
Oh yeah, it'll just internally combust on.
Yeah. When frag gets touched off, it's really nasty. And it's one of the reasons why I rarely use frag unless it's like in a simple weapon where you don't have to worry about an ammo rack exploding.
I mean, at that point, you might as well just use heat or hash for both.
Though I have been hearing interesting things about using, what kind of shell was it? I think it was armor-piercing EMP.
That,
I could see that working.
I have literally never seen a single build use EMP in an APS. I've not seen it once.
Really?
Yeah, normally you go with EMP with missiles.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, because it's so weak in APS. Ever since they reworked how the disruptor rounds work, they just been kind of useless after that.
That reminds me of the old Vexaris.
Old Rexarius. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for its shield breaking shells, it was firing a mix of disruptor and EMP shells.
Excuse me.
Sure, they were super high velocity and a lot would bounce, but that's because if a few got through, then they'd just start knocking the shields out really quick.
Let's see. What was I gonna do here?
Never did finish that Super Dreadnought.
If I remember right, the size of it kind of got away from you.
Yeah, the size was always fun. It wasn't that it got away from me, it was more that, well, stuff happened and I got distracted. I think it's probably the best way to put it.
So kind of like when we're doing like anything.
Basically, yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay, I'm gonna make a destroyer. Oops, I built a battleship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been
No, Vexaris was,
Yeah. He
was fully intended to be
That's a Tuesday.
a...
I accidentally built a dreadnought.
Vexaris was built from the start to be a Super Dreadnought, so... I can say at least in that way it didn't get away from me.
I'm gonna build something reasonable. Like 3 drinks later.
That kind of reminds me of how I made my organ gun.
This new plane is actually proving...
Basically, what happened was I decided to drink some gas earlier that day, and came out of it going, yeah, no, I'm going to build an APS gun and call it a day. Came out with 6 barrels and a rather decent fire rate.
remind me of some Sea-Wiz guns that I've been working with.
I was just about to say that reminds me of the one COPPA. I just one day I loaded and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make like a 100 or 200 mil gun. Yeah, man, I just got tired and I was like, auto cannon.
Sure, why
The
not?
6 barrel cannon was 6 individual APSs.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh, I was thinking like an APS, like one APS piece with like 6 barrels. What do you call it?
no. And it's on me gun. It was 6 individual APSs.
Oh.
Whole caliber of 100. No.
I think I
I'm
see
gonna do-
Sam Stash do something like that. He
I'm gonna
had
do
like
funny and-
I think it was like a 500 millimeter minigun.
God.
Yeah,
Oh god.
did some
Excuse
fucking
me,
run
Emma,
with
but I'ma
spin
just,
bucks.
Do this.
What's wrong?
Oh, I just plopped the Seavas on the starter raft.
That's fine.
It's kind of right on top of.
Apparently, I missed some painting back here. That's okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. Now I need to turn this thing into a railgun at some point, or make a railgun version of it. 'Cause that would just be genuinely hilarious.
Speaking of railguns,
This is not as bad as the one time I decided to make the Tillman guns.
well, actually, I was thinking of Ian's jackhammer turrets there for a moment because they were partly rail, were they not, Ian?
More like it's called them gunpowder assisted railguns.
Yeah.
So they were mostly rail, but they did have a single powder charge just to add a bigger kick to it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, speaking of that jackhammer, I actually made my own version of the Sea-Wiz. That's pure rail.
How'd that work for you?
Oh, it works well.
Oh no,
I was testing it right now.
that did
in
not
Third Depths,
happen. You saw nothing, Gamma.
and it's pretty
I-
decent.
Please tell me you have God mode on.
Why?
I accidentally shot because I was trying to control the Sea-Wiz after I deleted it for some reason, and
Yeah, I saw some torpedoes running around. I
yeah,
guess that was
gonna
your doing.
say,
I'm
that
out of
one
the
doesn't have
water,
Identify
so
Fender Foe.
yeah.
That one has it. Which one doesn't have it? Is it the small missile? I think it's the small missiles.
Oh, who the hell knows?
Where's the missile controller? Hold up. Okay, I have a connector, which leads to which leads to.
You know, one of the names that I was kind of thinking of using, Ian, would be Bulgaria.
It is an identify for the person. Why aren't you working?
For Euro Rogaria, I mean. I don't know if you're familiar with that name or not.
Not super familiar, no.
Okay.
Dog.
There was a certain movie that Dick Van Dyke starred in a long time ago. I think it was about the 1960s. It was written by Ian Fleming, and it had to deal with a flying car.
I think that's a bug because all my missiles, torpedoes have identify for the foe.
Not ringing any bells?
No, but you're asking the wrong guy, really.
Chitty chitty bang bang?
Barely remember it.
Okay. Was it you're trying to do, Madus?
I was gonna say, all my torpedoes have identified friend or foe. It could have just ran straight into it whenever it fired. It could have just launched straight out without actually
Okay.
locking onto it. Just hit it by accident. That's probably what it did.
No, no harm done.
Yeah, it literally destroyed like.
I think that might have, no? Well, yeah, a few of them hit the, this Japanese pre-dreadnought here.
Yeah, it literally all it did was destroy 2 rails.
What else am I want to do on here? Oh yeah, I was going to load in a ship so I can see what kind of paint scheme I was going with for this thing.
Oh, just spawn in. Oh. Oh.
Hey, remember this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking of redoing this, except it just, I don't like how long the bow is on this. It just doesn't look right.
I mean, I personally find it alright. I do understand where you're coming from. It's just, I guess I'm more used to weird stuff like that. I don't know what my brain is intoxicated with, but
Sounds like a good problem to have. I'm actually drinking a Cayman Jack myself, and I don't even got a buzz yet. I keep thinking I need to tell people that that's who my sponsor is, to see if they give me free shit someday. Think it might be worth a try?
funny.
Anyway, I did really like the paint scheme that you came up with for this, so I'm going to try to see if I can apply it to this ship here.
Alrighty.
I think I'm just going to pop it into that one right there.
I would offer to help, but desync is going to cause a lot of problems, I think.
In theory.
I mean,
I believe that's the
great.
color.
my cruiser is stuck on the starting, what do you call it, the starting pig, because one singular one of the turbines got stuck on a light fitting.
You can just go ahead and delete that if you want. We're not really using it for anything.
And now you are attached to was gonna spawn in a just an AI vehicle to blow up to see how the firefighter.
Okay, let me just turn off the weapons on my ship here, so that way you don't get a little cross-contamination there, for lack of a better term.
I just don't want it to damage any of your ships, but I just planned on spawning in a Marauder.
You'll Marauder slaughter?
Yep. Marauder testing. Let's see how far away I want to spawn. I'll spawn in this direction. About here. Auto guard. Marauder.
Something's shooting at it. Is that you?
Yes.
Okay. Are those your mains? No, wait. That's the Mastodon coming to life there. I probably need to... It looks like you already got it turned off. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and turn off its movement. Sorry about that. I completely forgot that guy was there.
No, that's okay. It appears to already be dead.
As long as it's dead.
Oh, yeah, it got gutted.
Only good Marauder's a dead one.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna spawn in like 3 of them.
You know, it's funny, the Marauder, because I remember people use that as basically the punching bag of FTD for the longest time, and the only reason why people did that is because it was the first thing in the list of spawnable things for you to test your ships out against. But now it's not first in the list anymore, and people still use it for the same damn thing.
The reason why I use it is because the front of it is just like completely filled with its cram. So I'm able to, like Hesh is able to create fragments, and I'm able to, because the AI is pretty much right behind it.
Right.
So I'm able to test things like Hesh and Heat on it.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with using it. I just thought that was kind of funny because that was like the only reason people were originally using it. Is because it was like the first thing to select in the list.
I can also use it to kind of test its prioritization of blocks, because for a lot of the time, whenever I have my ship set to target like clusters of blocks, it likes to target the rudder in the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'm able to just, you know, just kind of screw around and see what I can fix on my thing without any real big problems. And it's quick to kill, so
Yeah.
it's not like you're gonna have to deal with like lambs or anything like that. They're just my main issue with testing stuff.
You test your ships against sheep?
I thought that was just a borderwise thing.
Yeah, I was gonna
I mean, he is from New Zealand and all.
make a joke, but I didn't know if it was.
Well, after I said that, I thought Blackadder, so I didn't make it with anything in mind.
And as soon as I heard the sheep bit, or no sheep, the sheep bit, I just remember a really naughty Scottish joke.
Aye, laddie.
Dear.
Bottleless grumpy.
Then again, Dama's about everything European, so yeah. Except Dutch, oddly enough.
Oh,
Well,
that's
what
like
do they do?
that's like one of the only European things I am.
Now here's the question: how many people here know where Wales is?
I believe.
Southwest Britain.
I was gonna say Southeast Britain, but
No, it's in Southwest.
Yeah,
okay.
it's southwest. Most people don't even realize it exists.
For a good
If you
reason.
want to be exact, it's technically in the middle because Northern Ireland counts.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Was
forgot
it
to
like
turn off
metal
John
sex
Doe.
or
I'm glad
butt sex
literally
or-
everything missed.
Well, Northern Ireland is further west than Wales, so you can't say Wales is the western side of Great Britain. Because Northern Ireland's further off, so...
If we're
Yeah.
talking mainland Britain. Mr. Stabbing joke here. Gosh, brilliant. Half the missiles that are shot out of the torpedoes all of a sudden decided, you know what, I'm gonna lock onto the ground.
Oh, that reminds
Ground's a
me.
good place to target.
Ian, did you play any more with Tarpor the other day?
Why
that
do you
I was telling you about?
fires?
Or Tarpon, or how the hell you pronounce it?
I kind of wish it wasn't Deepwater Guard shit,
Yeah.
you know? Except that the
It felt
styling
wrong.
on it is very clearly Deepwater Guard.
Oh, that's why I didn't copy to all launching.
Well, Kari, are you familiar with the Tarpon at all?
No.
It's like a front-sider airship for the Deepwater Guard, and
Oh,
that thing is almost terrifying, to be honest.
yeah, I was gonna say, if I remember correctly, I kept on getting killed by it.
A lot of
It's a godly,
yeah.
godly. It's like nearly twice the cost of the other godly design Deepwater Guard have to their thrustercrafts. Except it's also such a meta design as well.
It's way
like
too meta for where it appears in the game.
Yeah, I mean it's the armament doesn't even compare cannon-wise between the two.
Yeah, the APS, the 500, or I'm sorry, the 497 mil cannon. That thing is, yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's a
that,
bit-
that would
it's,
just like
it's
that would
a
just like tear a hole in pretty much any early game.
It's actually a
like
squash
the-
head. But sorry, not squash head. Hollow point head.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got very high AP. It's got very high damage because it fires very high velocity. The shell is basically almost entirely gunpowder behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, that in itself might as well just be like a DWG boss.
Not really, because the rest of Deepwater Guard don't really use super high velocity kinetic smashing rounds.
Like we're saying, very meta.
That's more of a
Yeah.
white flare thing.
We'll say.
I mean, it looks awesome. It looks great for Deep World Guard. It's just, if only it wasn't built that way on the internal mechanics.
I mean, it wouldn't be too hard to. I mean, if I'm thinking what the design is, it realistically wouldn't be hard to like change it to a white player. Also, did I accidentally take control of the Kingstead? I think I did.
Oh. But I
think I
do.
No, I just turned off. Oh,
I do not believe there have been any white flare designs that have hollow point shells. Are there? Or at least there's not any of them.
They're more about armor pierce.
Exactly. Because they're more about shredding things with all kinds of unholy machinations.
Can you delete the Kingstead because for some reason my ship is not wanting to shoot it?
You probably AI deaded it.
I don't think. Did I? I mean, did I really kill it that quick?
You very well could have. I mean, a good pen depth shell will knock
I
out the
think
AI
that-
in one hit.
Oh yeah, it for some reason it like completely killed. The one AI block that it did kill was the AI itself, not any of
Yeah.
the connectors or anything like that.
So it's working perfectly fine. It's just it's AI dead, and AI dead stuff doesn't disappear in multiplayer for
Yeah.
some goddamn reason or another. That's beyond my
Okay, well-
comprehension.
I'll just kill it manually then.
You're just gonna shoot at it until it goes away.
Oh, I already went in and out the other side with it. Oh no. Okay, now I
How
understand.
powerful is your gun?
I don't know.
I imagine it's got some scary AP on it. He's using like 200 millimeter, 2-meter shells. Nothing too big, but sounds like he's got a lot of AP behind it.
Oh, it has the front is Hesh with 2 HE behind it and Heat with 2 HE behind it and the rest being gunpowder.
Well, somehow you're doing AP damage.
It's probably the shrapnel from Hesh for the Heat rounds.
That would make sense, yeah.
Here,
Okay.
I'll go and check what it is exactly, because I know where the thing is. It is because give me a second. Since I know this. Yeah, it's Hesh HE Heat HE gunpowder. I can probably actually fit more HE into it. I mean, should I sacrifice 2 gunpowder casings for more damage?
It's your boat, dude.
Depends on what
Yeah.
the shell is, really, if that's what it's going to do.
It's just Hesh and Heat.
If it's a payload shell, then sure.
Because its muzzle velocity right now is already 600.
Not horrible.
You're talking to the guy who regularly has shells doing like 200 to 300 from an APS cannon, so...
Here, let me try to...
You're talking to a guy who can make a railgun that fires over 1,000 rounds per minute.
Yes, I can do that
Okay.
too.
Good to know the kind of people I'm talking to. Yeah, I mean, if I swapped out 2 of the gunpowder casings, it would still have 400 muzzle velocity.
Okay.
That's not what I wanted.
I just increased the drag surface area on my vehicle, and it's got 5 meters per second faster.
No shit.
Yeah. FTD mechanics, yes, yes.
Well, what do you want, a cookie?
Well, I do live in a trash can, so sure, I guess.
Okay, Oscar.
Cookie monster.
Nom 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 nom.
Cookies.
C is for cookie, it's good enough for me. Am I the only motherfucker here who watched frickin' Sesame Street?
Watch it as well.
I did, but memory's shot. So
I think I did whenever I was at like this frickin' preschool thing that was near where I live.
I know I watched it when I was a kid.
It's not like a show that, you watch 24/7 as, anything but, below the age of 4. Oh god, I had gutted my own ship with HE shells. Not HE, but heat. Forget what do you call it, doesn't work whenever you're manually firing.
How well do those get through a lambs, by the way?
Okay, so I tested it whenever it last had 600 muzzle velocity and it was able to just go straight past the lambs without it being able to intercept it. But with 400, I'm not sure. I can probably test it, but I'm pretty sure if the shell gets killed, does the shrapnel from the heat still?
Heat shrapnel specifically does greatly reduce damage as it passes through an air gap.
Yeah, so technically it would still detonate and do a little bit of damage.
It would detonate a scatter shot, but it would do massively reduced damage.
Yeah, it would take huge amounts of shells to do anything. Thinking like, the ships that do have lambs are often decently armored at the very least. So, luckily I did put a couple, what are your guys' opinion on the repair bots?
They can become a crutch for a lot of people.
Yeah.
They can also be a huge resource drain if you're not very careful with them. So it's one of those things that early on you put way too much in.
See, normally I just put like 2, 3 in a ship just to get passive.
Just gets passive regen.
Yeah, especially in campaign outside of combat. And normally also I put compact repairs on just one of them in case I need to build a satellite on the front lines. Yes, I have had to do that before.
Honestly, I try to put a couple of repair bots and at least one tentacle.
Yeah,
or sometimes just one repair bot, one tentacle. So repair yourself, repair an ally.
Yeah.
But
Iron's kind of into
normally
tentacles.
Yeah, more tentacles. Tentacles for days.
No.
Don't you like my tentacles?
Jesus Christ.
They are so soft and supple, but they are so firm when I wish them to be.
I'll just back out of this real quick. I'll just...
Okay, right. I find just having that universal repair ability can be helpful, but as Dama said, it can become a crutch if you're trying to out-repair the incoming damage. That's just bad design and throwing lots of resources at it.
And in all fairness, a lot of us go through that phase playing FTD, so...
Especially earlier on in our earlier big
I don't
ships,
know if I've actually ever done that with any of my ships.
Well, the problem is it's also one of those nebulous terms. What do you define as too many repair bots? Because it's
Depends
so
on how big the ship is.
so entirely up in the air.
Because on this ship, for example, because its size, I planned on using it near the late early game, pretty much. That's whenever I planned on getting one of these. But I do use it in campaign, and normally on all my ships, I do at least have repairs on it because I've done that with all of them just to give that little bit of sustainability. It's just normally I just put 1 or 2 repair tentacles on the ship and 2 to 4 on a, cause I know that it's a resource drain to call it.
For me, part of it kind of depends on what kind of ship it is, really.
Yeah.
It's like a battleship, I'll probably do maybe 10, and that'd be it.
Does 4 seem reasonable? Because I literally had a pocket of 4 spaces, and I was like, you know what?
Is it that
Why
battleship
not?
you had running around?
I'd consider it more of a heavy cruiser, but he can call it whatever the hell he wants, of course.
I think I would calling it a battleship or something, but yeah, a ship that size, 4, 6 maybe. You got to remember there are actually some drawbacks to having repair bots, which is it can get in the way of your repair tentacles if you're on board and repairing it too. Because it takes time for the bot to deploy from the repairer and then go to the damaged block and repair the block. And while it's doing that, your repair tentacle is actually blocked off from repairing that block.
Normally I just do that in case I have to pull the ships out of play, which happens a lot because normally I just speed up the game quite a bit. And I also did plan that out, so I have a lot of redundant material in it. So.
Alright. Still got a lot of decoration painting to do, but she's coming along pretty good, I think.
Oh, my headset died. Everybody went quiet. I was like, uh-oh.
You got what's stuck in your wear now?
Wait a minute.
Sideways?
No.
Oh no, that's horrible for you.
Yeah,
No.
don't be doing that, man.
No.
Hey, you want to know a way to try to keep someone from mumbling when they're walking away from you?
Go ahead.
What you do is you scream very loudly, "You want me to put my what in your mouth?" Never do it again.
Yeah, I guess that's one way.
Oh, it's starting to turn heads.
Yeah, that's for sure. I don't know if you should absolutely scream that in a public environment, but hey, if you have balls of steel, go ahead.
Let's see. There we go. So I know I talked to Ian about this, but I don't know if Madus and Lakari were aware of this, but I am starting a new schedule at work starting tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw the announcement.
Okay.
Where is it?
It's probably a couple of days back of the announcements.
I'm gonna scrap. Okay.
But we haven't been able to do too much with James. James's time at work being monopolized.
Honestly, I'm able to be on whenever, just as long as I'm awake.
Okay. But I'm actually kind of looking forward to it because that means I don't have to do double shifts on Saturdays anymore. Which is a terrible way to spend a Saturday, by the way. Terrible.
Yeah, I would guess.
There are things that I'd rather do that. I'd rather not see on camera than do that shift.
Okay.
So, something I've been kind of kicking around here lately is having like some specialist cruisers for all the factions. I'm thinking for Shirayama, they're gonna have like shimikazes. They do seem to fit within the time frame I'm working in. I think for the Republic of Free States, I want to do like one that's centered around anti-aircraft defense.
I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do like multi-purpose main guns, like.
Actually, I was thinking of borrowing the anti-aircraft guns that Heitzmeister made for the air battleship. Because those work pretty damn good. I'm sure he wouldn't mind me repurposing them for that.
Ship was it that had like the 10 main guns on it that were all dual purpose, like somewhere just above 100 mil? The Atlanta.
Atlanta, Worcester,
Actually,
all American ships,
Literally, yeah. Pretty much every.
all American light cruisers.
I got
actually.
something that kind of fits that description, if I remember right.
Let's say, because you could do something like that, and I mean, it may be a little bit. Yeah, it's gonna be passable to World War a little, but you could just make it smaller with less guns, and then just say, yeah, World War I, I guess.
Here we go. I think you'll like this one. I should probably stop that thing from moving, because, yeah.
For obvious reasons that we have already seen.
Yes. But it's called the Fatal Illusion, named after a Megadeth song.
I think you've shown me this.
It's actually a pretty good little boat.
Yeah, I think I do remember seeing this, yeah. That is a nice.
Lots of deca.
You could probably do something similar to this for the campaign. And just make it a bit smaller and take out the missiles.
You know, I'm wondering if it would make a decent scout cruiser for one of the factions, but I don't know if I could. It just seems like it might be a bit advanced for what I'm going for.
Yeah.
Because centerline
Maybe, I mean,
mains for cruisers, that wasn't a really big thing till about I think like interwar and early World War II. Stop me if I'm wrong here, guys.
Well, that seems about right. I mean, you could also just do for the American faction. You could make a larger carrier. Like instead of just having like a battle carrier, you could have like a straight up carrier.
Well, an idea that I've been kind of kicking around is maybe do like a seaplane tender. I don't know who I would do it for, but
That could be in America, like the Republic of Free States.
actually I was
It's
almost
like-
considering Windsor for that, but
I mean, yeah, that could also.
Give the British ones more stuff. I'm not biased at all.
British.
Yes.
Bottle of water.
Windsor deserves all the toys.
You know the Irish are still upset at you for stealing their land.
I
It's not our fault you asked us to.
No, but we'd ask you to give us back it kindly, but you didn't take no for our answer. Or you didn't say yes, so we had to win the war. Now, mind you, it was a civilian war, but still.
Well, you spilled tea in the harbour. What do you expect to happen after that?
You guys
Well,
do
I
like
might-
your tea, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see how you'd be mad about that.
Well, if you remember, it was specifically spilled in the harbour because it was the British National Drink.
Yeah, and I think that's
First
what
off,
made.
that was the Americans, not the Irish.
Oh,
I was
was a bit
wondering what the
confused
hell-
by the
yeah.
accent. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I was wondering about that.
I couldn't
We
tell
never
if he
did
was
nice
using an Irish or a Scottish accent there for a moment,
I
actually.
thought it was Scottish.
To be fair, the Irish and the Scottish do sound alike.
Aye. Just don't ever call one the other, they'll get super pissed.
Or call the Scottish being cheap.
Call us Irish.
Skyrish.
Skyrish.
That sounds
Or
like
try and make us-
that is one way to do
Yeah.
that.
Skyrish.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to
Or
use
t-
that for something.
Or try and make a Scottish person pay
That
for our
kind of
toll.
sounds like almost like a pirate faction, like a piratey kind of. I don't know why. That just has the.
Sounds like the people who were in Bioshock Infinite. City in the Skies.
Yeah, like a floating pirates. Just that's me though.
Well, at
This
least
reminds me so much of having my dyspraxia. Fun
little Kari
disability
was trying to
have
talk
it.
to us in Gaelic.
Unfortunately, that is a dying language.
That's what I keep hearing, yeah.
And I blame the British for that one.
Looks like the missus just got home. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to wrap this up, guys.
All right.
Modus, you want me to just leave it running for you for a little bit so you can finish whatever you're working on?
Oh, I'm pretty much done.
Okay. Yeah, I just got a little bit of painting left to do on this, but I think she's coming along pretty good. Hopefully, maybe we could do this some another time. I'll be sure to put something up in the announcements if I plan on it. Anyway, if you like what you've seen here today, please let us know with a like, comment, or even a subscription. Y'all have yourselves a hell of a day, and keep your hammer high. Later, guys.
Later.
And,